Leave no one behind is great, but you know what's better? Saving the crew. Katie and Alec donate $250, saying, donating for the first game series we played together as a couple. There's a reason Mass Effect is an all time classic. Please donate to help save the very model of a scientist Solarian, Morden, who is the ultimate doctor without borders. I could not agree more. I've al- I've also got $250 from Jordan, who says, thank you all for your hard work bringing this all together. Can't wait to see Mass Effect 2 utterly destroyed. And you know what? I've just heard that we are ready to go. So now let's go over to MikeWave and let's watch no one get left behind in Mass Effect 2.
All right, welcome everyone to Mass Effect 2, No One Left Behind, because we met that incentive really fast thanks to you guys. So if my commentators want to introduce themselves super fast.
Sure, I'm Strife, hello.
And I'm LettersWords.
Yeah, and can I just get a final confirmation that FemShep won, right? The bid war? No surprise 5K donation.
By a little bit. Yes. FemShep won $4,000 to less than 1K.
All right,
Yes,
yeah,
that is
people
not
like that.
surprising.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and load up our save here, and I'm going to go ahead and count down to when we can begin. So, starting on go, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's get to it. So here we are in Lazarus, which is the first mission of the game. I think we want to go ahead and start explaining what the mechanics of the game are. There's
First
that
of all,
first
to
stagger.
explain, I'll donate $2 per stagger, so everyone knows. Also, what you saw here was the animation cancel charging. So charge is the best ability in the game. It gives us, a movement, and then it gives us invincibility frames and a ton of stuff. And so we cancel the animation of the charge by entering and closing the menu. That saves from 0.2 to 0.8 seconds depending on the charge. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Vanguard is by far like the best class for speedrunning in this game. So like pretty much every category is like done with Vanguard. Try to strat right here.
Actually, the fastest class in every Mass Effect game.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, ironically enough.
Even when
in
charge is not a
ME1.
thing.
Yeah, even in ME1 where there is no charge.
Yeah, exactly. For a more general description on the run, we play New Game Plus DLC, which means that we play in New Game Plus on a save that we set up that has duped skill points, which allows us to have as many skill points pretty much as we want on our last playthrough. And we are level 12 when we start, right?
Yeah,
Which
level
means that
12.
enemies have way less health than they would have in a normal New Game Plus playthrough.
Yeah, so basically... Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Only 2 staggers, not too bad.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, so basically, beyond a certain point, there's not really much you gain from being a higher level, because most of your, skills don't matter, and then guns have, flat damage.
Yeah.
But the enemy health scales all the way up to level 30. So 12 is the lowest level you can possibly be after a single
Indeed.
playthrough. And also have, everything we need to
Yeah, also, I don't know
create
if
an
you guys
importable save.
mentioned, the enemies actually scale with your level. So, as you're getting to, a higher level, enemies will become tougher and tankier, which we don't really want. So, it's not good at all to start at, max level.
Yeah, exactly. Here we have a few things to explain. Elevators. Elevators are our biggest tool for getting out of bounds. So an elevator is basically you rub against a corner of a surface and you'll get into a collision conflict, and the game will resolve it by pushing you upward. We use it a lot. alongside another glitch, which is melee abuse, where basically we melee really fast and at the same time move our camera. And what that does is that for some reason it pushes Shepard forward and allows us to gain, just enough momentum that we fall off the edges, which is super useful.
Yeah. It's going to be the primary way we get out of bounds. There's also a couple of other ways to do a melee abuse that we found. Like, you can actually just move backwards and then press the melee button, and Shepard will just gain a... Oh, nice job, Jacob.
Jacob.
He does that sometimes, yeah. So I should also explain right off the bat, we are not playing on Legendary Edition. We're playing on the OG version of the game.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Legendary Edition had like all the elevator, like the elevation glitch was completely patched out in Legendary Edition. So OG is just much faster to play. That said, there are still some bugs in Legendary Edition, but the primary, like just ME2 without elevators, just like they ain't ME2 to me personally.
One other thing you may have noticed there, if you've played this game a lot, is that we had full heavy weapon ammo when we got to that mech fight. So it turns out that if you just turn off autosaves, you just get full heavy weapon ammo every mission.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do a few quick saves from what I remember at some points, but yeah, it's basically that's it.
Yeah,
the game is confused.
Yeah, just playing the game without autosaves is just way faster. And yeah, by making certain saves, we'll basically be setting what our loadout is for the beginning of every mission. And every mission will basically just reset how much heavy weapon ammo we have, which basically means we have infinite ammo. We never have to like go around picking it up, because that is like an ammo type that we basically have to like picking up throughout the game. It's like not saved in between missions and all that.
All right, here we're gonna meet Bobby. Bobby's a nice guard, and he has to speak to
Everyone
us.
say hi,
so
Bobby.
We have time. Hi, Bobby, and we have time for a few donations.
Crazy bastard opened the clinic.
Absolutely. Sparrow the Spider donates $250 and says, a haiku. Majora's Mask is my favorite game to play. Thanks, SGDQ. Also, we have Nathan Bowman donating $50, saying, I love the Mass Effect trilogy, and Majora's Mask was a great influence on my childhood. I'm so glad that I can catch both speedruns today.
Oh, actually, I did mess up here. I gotta research
Ooh.
real fast.
Good thing you noticed it. I was about to call it out.
Yep.
Too. You didn't switch to Caned.
We're all good though. Minor time loss.
It's fine. All right, so since I see a few questions in the chat, first, how do we choose dialogue so fast? We bind select next dialogue basically to our mouse wheel, and Mike is using a free scroll mouse wheel, which is why you also hear a lot of buzzing in the background.
That's me trying to skip the dialogue a little too fast before you can actually skip it.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear that a lot throughout the run.
And also another question, I think there was on DLC. I mean, so what DLC do we use? Why do we have DLC? We don't actually do DLC. We take advantage of the DLC, basically. So we use Kasumi and Zaid because they are the two quickest squad mates to get. Well, actually,
no Kasumi and
no,
we
we
were
won't.
behind, but Zaid, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Zaid is got in every category. He's just super fast to pick up.
Yeah.
Oh, to explain why you need Kasumi and Zaid. So basically, for people who have played the game, you'll know there's the collectorship mission kind of a little bit more than halfway into the game. So the trigger for that is completing 5 missions after Horizon and having 8 party members recruited. So Zaid and Kasumi count towards that, and they don't have like a really long recruitment mission associated with getting them. Which turns out to be faster than like getting Tali, Samara, or Bane, who you would have to get in a no DLC category.
Yeah, but as we mentioned already, we are going to have to get Tali later due to the requirements of the No One Left Behind category.
Yeah.
So right now we have what is one of the more annoying rooms in the game, which is the fan room. So right here, we're going to have to backtrack a little bit, and this part kind of is based on like enemy pathing, which can vary quite a little bit.
Can destroy you, pretty much.
Yeah.
right, come on.
Like you can easily lose like 20 seconds in that room if you're unlucky on spawns, if you're unlucky on enemy pathing. So nice. That is a very good room so far.
Yeah. The other things we take advantage of from DLC are mostly some weapons and armor. So we're using the Matic. Assault
The
rifle,
Malak is literally
which
the
by
best
far the
weapon
best
in the
weapon.
game.
Yeah, by
It's
far
so
the best
good.
weapon in the game.
yeah. For info, the Malak is better than most heavy weapons in the game.
Yeah.
It does more damage. It has more ammo. It's just a crazy weapon.
I'd like you to analyze them.
If we want to do like a donation or two here, by the way, go ahead.
Of course.
A little bit of
Yeah.
time.
Samples are going to need a lab.
You got it. Archon donates $20 saying, "Gotta donate for the Mass Effect incentive. Save my favorites, Tally and Rex."
No, maybe. Have to
Anonymous
Is that
donates
AI?
$15 and says, "Hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and donation trains are my favorite store on the Citadel."
So right here, we're picking up one of the only upgrades we get in the whole run, which is that assault rifle upgrade we got on the Morden mission, because our assault rifles are going to be our like main source of damage. So it's really, really important that we get that, and it's just on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
we're going to be
literally
heading
like
back here. Yeah.
half a second out of the way to grab it.
And
Exactly.
we're going to go ahead and go back to Omega to pick up Garrus as our next squad mate. If one of you guys want to explain, we're using Morden and Miranda right now, who are like just the two best squad mates in the game. We're going to be using them throughout almost the whole run. One of you guys want to talk about that?
So Morden and Miranda are the best power combo you can get. Morden gives you Incinerate, and Miranda gives you
Overloaded warp.
yeah, thank you.
And
And so with those, you can basically damage any kind of enemy HP. So that's really important to have.
Miranda is also the only squad mate in the game that just gives a passive like
Yeah.
damage and health boost to everyone in your group, including Shepard. So
Yes.
also
Yeah,
very good.
It's so
Yeah,
weird
very
that
good
she's the
animation.
only squad mate that gives you that. It just makes her so broken on top of having overload and warp. Just even on insanity, you will just do so much damage just having Miranda in your party.
Also, just so you guys know, you might have noticed that there's an interrupt that isn't there. Well, it's there, but we skip it. We play this game with a very slightly modded version of the game. The mod we include is a quality of life upgrade mod, which basically allows us to make femship and broship equal by removing this sexist interrupt here. Allows us to play with higher FOV and allows us to skip all normally unskippable cutscenes in the game.
And there's also some texture mods, like you've probably noticed that we have Mass Effect 3 femship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
But it's all stuff to just make everyone's experience speedrunning better without, affecting the game too much.
Yeah, like
And
the
negative
cosmetics
Exactly.
mods. Also, this guy being ragdoll.
Let's go!
That's weird. Okay.
So there's a lot of things that we're not explaining here. We're just basically skipping ahead in the mission because we're hitting the triggers to continue with the mission without actually talking to the people necessary for it. But now we meet the best space husband, which is Garrus.
Yep. So this is by far one of the most annoying parts of the run. The Garrus segment is the killer of many good paced runs. Just a lot
This
of
has
tough skips you need to do.
Yeah, and this probably is one of the weirdest strats, I think, in the entire run, which you're going to see in about 20 or 30 seconds here. So Mike's going to kill these mechs here, his first wave of mechs, and then when the next, he knows that the next wave is going to spawn, he's just going to run back into the back of the base here. So this is actually a strategy that was provided to me many years ago by a BioWare QA tester, who said basically that if you let these guys into the base, it will end this wave of enemies faster.
Yeah, because you're too bad. So it's like they just despawn the next wave. They're like, nah, you're good. Just continue.
Where's that? Okay, there you are. That should be it. That should be good. Black
Yeah, you
screen,
should be
please.
good.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that is one of the most common reset points right there. Like, just there's so much RNG with that part due to Garrus's AI primarily, as well as the enemy
Yeah,
pathing.
pretty much.
Yeah, because Garrus is actually helping us out up top here, just like killing enemies for us.
Yeah, so sometimes the enemies will like get killed by Garrus, sometimes they'll just kind of stand around and cover out here rather than run into the base. It's really annoying. I honestly kind of wish we never figured out this strat because it actually is it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear like Garrus just like cracking out up top. He has a ton of funny voice lines.
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah, we're just
he's
gonna
really happy about it.
Something you saw me do right there is I basically just damaged the boss and then I just started running back. And the reason for that is because all we need to do is kill the boss, but we can just damage him enough and then let our AI squad mates and Garrus kill him while we make our way back to Garrus. Since we need to talk to him again to initiate this next part. And this next part used to be kind of annoying, but we've since come up with a strat where we do these rooms in reverse now, and it's a lot less annoying, thankfully. Because yeah, it used to be we did this room first, which is this long hallway you'll see in a second. But we're gonna do this garage room here first, and it's a lot easier to do it in this order. So again, you're gonna see me.
That's fair.
Yeah, this way is much more consistent.
Yeah, you're gonna see me charge again so much. You're just seeing how often I use it, just how OP the charge is. It's saving time. It helps you get around so much faster.
You know, that's one of the reasons why I know it. I'll always be present in every Mass Effect 2 speedrun, because if there's one thing that is still in there that I found is AC charging. It's literally necessary for every single speedrun, so I'm happy.
I think we determined the other day in our practice run that other than the planet route, there's only one thing left in the run that I found.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I was just like, oh wait, that's something I found. You
So
still
just,
do this?
Yeah, just as an indication, Letters pretty much created the BioWare speedrunning community that is known today. I've been around for 5-6 years, and Mike is pretty new to the community, but he's just, it's the new kid in the block that arrives and literally takes everything, and it's like, all right, it's mine now. And
we actually have that in kind of both ends. We have, Lemura, who did Dragon Age Inquisition earlier. He has the any % record in every Dragon Age game now, and he probably joined the community maybe like
a year
last
ago.
year as well.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 2 years ago for Origins. I don't remember actually when he started Origins, but relatively recently. And Mike has the records for 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, nice. No soft lock. That is a very notorious soft lock point right there.
Yeah, if you kill the mini boss too early, the next wave just never spawns.
Yeah, and you're just stuck in that room with Garrus forever.
Also,
he's just stuck looking at a wall forever.
Yeah, those Blue Suns troopers are consistently spawning always at the same time and the same place, so they just spawn killing people. And if you kill them with biotic powers, they can just fall infinitely and die at some point. It's really funny.
Yeah, this mission, other than the beginning where we skip a bunch of triggers, it has kind of the most strict. You need to hit all these triggers in this specific order.
Yeah.
Also, first Kane usage here.
Yeah. The Kane is a mini nuke launcher, if you're wondering. It does 10,000 flat damage in the room you're in, technically. I mean, it's a flat radius plus the room you're in. It's really complicated, but yeah.
Yeah,
more donations, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it. Actually, speaking of Garrus, Garrus Vicarian donates $25 and says, "Don't mind me, just in the middle of doing some calibrations. The crew isn't going to save itself." I've also got $250 from Hey It's MJ. Psyched to see the suicide mission attempted at high speeds. Let's keep Team Shepard together. Good luck, MikeWave.
Thank you. So here we are in the next part. So
Let's get on with this.
do one of you guys want to do a lore catch up real fast, just for people who have never seen this game before?
So
all right.
Basically, if you've played Mass Effect 1,
let me explain.
Okay, you got a good one.
Yeah. So Shepard has been asleep for 2 years. she wakes up and she finds out that pretty much everyone has gone on and nobody remembers her. She's really not happy about it. The Elizabeth man just comes in and is like, all right, I'm going to give you a new team because your old team sucked. And she's like, okay. So now you're just gathering your new team and the collectors are trying to steal your stuff. So you're really not happy about it either. So you're going to kill the collectors because they just steal your stuff. And that's the story of Mass Effect 2. Did I do good?
It's good enough. But yeah, so for the any percent route, we're basically kind of locked into having to do these 4 missions of recruiting Morden, Garrus, Jack, and Ron. Horizon, which is kind of like the next big main story mission, will not trigger until you finish these 4, so we just basically do the 4 of them in order.
Yeah, the route for like pretty much every category is exactly the same. We just have to do the exact same missions basically every single time. You can do them in any order, but Morden, Garrus, Jack, Ron will always be like the fastest order basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. No, sorry.
I was just gonna say, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Go ahead. It's fine.
Also, we have a pretty tough strat here coming up. I'm gonna try to kill this boss here before his like little bubble pops out. So let me see if I can get this real fast.
Oh,
I got it. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I've got a donation here from Fangamer. They donate $5,000 and say, "Hey everybody, Fangamer here with a haiku. Reminder: hydrate. If you're able to, donate. $5 train hype." Very
That's
hype.
a pretty big one. But yeah, so all I was gonna say is, you know, the 2 of the missions we have to do are start off in Omega. We start off in Omega, so we do those 2 first, and then the other 2, you know, Jack and Runt is basically just like galaxy map. Jack is the next closest one to the galaxy map, so we go there next, and then Runt's the last one.
Yeah. So we have a big skip coming up here as well. I'll go ahead and
Oh yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, so here we go. So as you can see, we can do these elevators on invisible walls. Actually, like it doesn't just have to be like a solid piece of wall. Like there's invisible collision that we can use to actually boost ourselves up, which opens up a lot of possibilities, basically. And right here, we're gonna be running into, I think, probably one of the only combat scenarios in the entire mission that we have to do. We're gonna kill these 4 enemies like really fast. Kind of looking unlucky here. I'm gonna try and headshot this guy in the back of a warp. This guy got staggered backwards. That kind of sucks. Please, sir. Please, don't be shy.
That phase is annoying because you're so far below them that it's hard to get a good angle to see them sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we have the first RNG puzzle of the run coming up. If one of you guys want to talk about that and why they're really annoying.
Sure. So Mass Effect 2, following on Mass Effect 1, also has puzzles. But unlike Mass Effect 1 that had 1 type of puzzle for everything, Mass Effect 2 has 3 types of puzzles. They're all annoying. This one is annoying, but okay. Basically, you follow the motherboard patterns on the back, and you can figure out which node goes with which. It's not actually RNG. There's like, I don't know, I think something like hundreds of those stored in the game. So at some point, you just know them by heart.
Can't get a lock.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, so here's an additional thing you should know about the charge. Oh, I didn't get it here, but sometimes you will charge around so fast that you can get to areas before the enemies have like really loaded in. So with the charge, you just like load into like you'll just go into a room, like this giant room, and there's like nobody there because you're just like skipping the enemy triggers basically.
Yeah.
So the charge can be a little bit buggy on this mission specifically. The charge for how good it is, unfortunately, does come with some downsides, in that it is very, very buggy. Sometimes it just refuses to work. If the game cannot find the correct pathing for it to work, sometimes you'll use your charge and you'll just like charge in place. You'll do like the animation, but you won't actually go there, and the game will just give you a cooldown anyways. It's always
failed
really fun when
charges
it
are
happens.
terrible.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they improved it for the most part in Mass Effect 3, but yeah, the charge in this game does not exactly work great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one thing I just wanted to mention was the fact that we've seen you use the cane at close range a lot. We can't do that because we abuse a health gauge mechanic that's in the game. Basically, when you drop your shield for a few seconds, you're invincible. And that's extremely useful for us because it means that if you take a cane in the face, as long as you still had a bit of your shield, you just hit the health gate and you're fine.
Yeah.
Which is really useful.
Also notably,
So,
the health gate does not exist on Insanity, so...
Yeah, and that's why Insanity is so terrible.
So we are about to get to Horizon, which is the big mid-mission story run. If you guys want to read off like 2 or 3 donations, go for it, because we're going to need to do a lot of talking afterwards.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Absolutely. I've got $25 here from Asher's message that says, the positivity of GDQ saved me when I was in a really hard time in my life. When I stumbled upon this marathon back in 2017.
Shepard,
Now, 4 years later, I'm watching with my partner and 4-month-old son. Shout outs to them and this community for bringing so much love in them. Good luck on this amazing Mass Effect run.
Thank you.
Joker set a course
Go
on
ahead,
Horizon.
if you want.
I've got to go see the professor.
Commodore Perry donates $250. X. Shepard. X. Shepard. Shepard.
Rex.
So,
Shepard.
Are you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from
One
So,
of the best voice lines in the
yeah, one of the most
series.
iconic voice lines. So, we're on Horizon now. This is probably one of the most broken missions in the game. This has just completely changed from how it was even just a few months ago. We just keep finding new ways to get out of bounds, new places we can just skip to. Like this right here is like relatively new, and then the method we're going to use after this is also pretty new. So, this is where you're going to see the elevators really come into play here. We're just going to go ahead and skip directly to like almost like the middle of the mission right here. As you can see, there is fall damage in this game when we are falling that much, but it's kind of minimal. We can just ignore it, basically. Something, I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but melee abusing with the pistol actually gives us more distance. So if you're seeing me like pull out the pistol or like some of these, that's the reason why. It's just you get more distance with the pistol.
Very nice, very nice. That's so it's very impressive.
Yeah. You just saw me do one of the more tough tricks that we found recently that allows us to get directly to this arena right here. And if we fall off the roof of this building right here, as you can see, it's a giant room. Where are all the enemies? Well, if we drop off over here, they just don't spawn. We just ignore all the enemy spawn triggers completely. And here we have the worst puzzle in the game. I hate this puzzle so much.
Yeah, so one of the fun things about Horizon is that this is probably the mission that made the most amount of change among the years. Like, we used to do it entirely normally, then we found a few small skips, then we found a big skip, then we found another big skip, and it just kept evolving to the state it's at now, which is super impressive.
This is always... I don't know if you would consider this difficult now, because I haven't done these skips, but this used to be the most difficult mission of the run.
Harmless, did you?
Excuse me.
Yeah, we're killing these enemies in like a really specific order here. Most optimal.
Yeah. Mike killed the first enemy that came down immediately because that delays the spawn of Harbinger, which normally possesses one of the collectors, and it allows us to just plan way more ahead and be able to kill it as soon as it spawns.
Gonna go ahead and kill these guys as fast as possible here. Didn't miss Harbinger, which sucks.
Ooh.
I did not mean
that's
to do that.
really
I
not
might be
good.
in trouble. No, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Gotta play smart
So,
here. Play the game as intended, guys.
That's the thing we forgot to talk about. we take Reeve as a bonus power for the fact that we have completed the playthrough. Why Reeve? Simply because it's awesome. Reeve basically steals HP and allows us to just survive the toughest situations. And here, Mike, he got it.
Oh, I got it. Nice.
Nice. He shot before the cutscene so that when the Predator spawns, the projectile is already inbound and then just indirectly kills the Praetorian. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's a pretty specific timing, but it saves a lot of time because there's a bit of a delay after you kill that boss where you have to wait for the cutscene to play.
Was there anything else?
Oh,
Commander.
we need to talk to Jacob here. Hold, Mr.
Was there anything else?
Right, there we go. Talking to Jacob can be a little bit annoying because we need to grab that ship upgrade for him because I assume, let me just double check real fast, the No One Left Behind category got met long ago. I'm guessing.
It was met long ago.
Just double check in case they dried
How
up or
far
something.
are we on save number in the crew though? If we could have an update on that. Come on guys, we have a bit to do, but I believe in you. Save Kelly. Kelly, the kinky alien lover. Please save her.
Save Chakwas, she's cool too.
Yeah, I love Chakwas. Chakwas is so cool.
That's the easiest
so here-
elevator in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see?
it is.
Oh, I actually messed up here. Hold on. Yeah, I knew I was gonna mess that up. I knew it. Okay.
It's fine. So
Yeah,
this is
it's
indeed
really,
the
really
easiest
easy to mess up
elevator
that
in the
skip.
game.
So as you see, the elevator sometimes lets you go really, really, really high. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and make a safety save right here. This is what I should have done. Oh,
Yeah.
cursor lock did not work for a moment there. Okay.
Just as a quick indication, this is not as free as it looks because he needs to start sprinting at a very specific position to be able to fall on the right side of the wall.
go.
Otherwise, he would be soft lock on the wrong side.
Yep, we got it right there. Oof. Even
Oh,
though it
just
looks
a-
like I'm almost dead, that's like a good thing.
Yeah. Just a quick.
Oh.
Oh. Am I good? Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but okay.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you notice we brought Garrus here, some of you maybe. So we basically bring Garrus on missions where it doesn't actually matter what party members we have, just because he's quicker to select than Morden.
Yeah. Because as you might have seen, the HUD for, like the squad selection HUD for Mass Effect 2 is quite bulky. And you need to click on someone, then click on select, then click on someone else, then click on select. So it's quite slow if you have to move the cursor a lot.
Yeah, for some reason on the squad select screen, it just starts automatically on Garrus, no matter what, even when you haven't recruited him yet.
Yeah.
Also, we're about to go really far out of bounds here. We're gonna like completely skip this segment right here. This is Tali's recruitment mission, by the way. We got to go get her real fast instead of Kasumi for No One Left Behind, because she has a ship upgrade we need, which we'll talk about in just a moment. This also has one of the hardest charges in the game, I would argue.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah,
charge
yeah,
that's
definitely.
really easy to mess up. Not this one, but the one coming up right here. Also, this part can be a little bit scary right here. You can sometimes almost die here. I think we can go. Let's move out of line of sight so that robot, that Geth can't shoot us there.
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna pull out my cane mid-fall here while triggering this dialogue. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna aim at the Colossus here. That allows me to charge, and then I'm gonna charge up my cane. And because Shepard is so cool, just invincible, we can just like shoot ourselves with the cane here and be okay and just kill the boss while we're at it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fastest way to do that part.
Shepard doesn't feel radiation. It's a lie.
Just let me finish this
Alright.
download.
All right, we get cute Sally.
Yep, the waifu.
Yep. Well, one of the waifus.
By the way, so, all right, let me just go ahead and explain this really fast. So, right here, we're going to get some chores around the ship done. We're going to grab some loyalty missions, grab our ship upgrades that we need still. So, the ship upgrades, there's 3 of them you can get from Jacob, Garrus, and Tali. You need one, you need all of them if you want everybody to survive for the suicide mission. You lose one squad mate later for it, for each one that you don't have. And we're gonna need these loyalty missions to do so we can be like prepared for the mission later. So while I'm running around, you can go ahead and burn through some donations because we're not gonna be doing anything for like at least like a minute or so here.
You got it. Let's see. RNA donates $27 saying, I'm a big fan of the GDQ events. This year, my son even added some of his pocket money to the donation. Big thanks and good luck to all the speedrunners. Let's see. Tone Lope donates $250 and says, stop my workout to watch one of my favorite games of all time, Mass Effect 2, get destroyed. Good luck on the run, and as the immortal Shepard would say, we go fast, okay?
So here we're waking up Grunt. We got him earlier, but you actually need to go downstairs and wake him up for him to join the Shepard family, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, we're just doing that so we can meet that threshold for later. Yeah.
Join the family.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're gonna go downstairs here, talk to Jack to grab her loyalty mission.
Oh wait, you didn't actually mention how we recruit Grunt. So Grunt wakes up, he's really hungry. He tries to eat you, then you shoot him in the gut, and he's like, alright, I'm following you now. Because Grunt is basically Shepard's, like, baby brother. So he's the same in terms of mentality, which is, I follow the strong. I am strong, I follow strong.
Yeah, you literally shoot him, and he's like, wow, that was really pog of what you just did. I'm just gonna join you now. Yeah.
The worst is it's pretty much exactly it.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so I mentioned earlier we need to do 5 missions, so a bunch of those are going to be, you know, loyalty and recruitment missions, but the other ones we just fill in with N7 missions, which are like the side missions in the game, because they're really short.
Yeah, exactly. We like chores.
Short, so they're fast. Yeah. This is also a new elevator right here that we found recently.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, we're gonna charge this enemy and then fly up into the void right here. And then
also, may I say, these mercenaries have a really nice kitchen. Like, I actually never noticed how nice this kitchen looks.
Very clean.
Yeah. Here he will kill those 2 enemies really fast, which allows to skip the last phase here. And there's no enemies here, so we can just run to the end.
That's the end of the mission. Okay. So now we're gonna be moving on to the Jacob loyalty mission. So why are we doing Jacob's loyalty mission? Well, Jacob has one of the fastest loyalty missions in the game, and for the suicide mission, which is the big, like the suicide mission is like the big climactic mission we're building up to, where we invade the collector base. In order to prepare for that, we need to do these missions, which are called loyalty missions, and basically it's like a mission that you get from that squad mate that deals with like a more personal family matter, you know, and at the end of the game they'll be loyal to you then and can do tasks better than some other squad mates.
Looks like it was
I mean,
so
the description of it in the game is that basically you're getting rid of their burdens, so that when you get to a suicide mission, they're entirely focused on, you know, helping Shepard. Basically, that's the idea.
Yeah. So Jacob's loyalty mission is actually one of my favorite in the game, despite how much I don't really care for the character at all. He got a distress beacon from his dad, who he hasn't heard from like 10 years ago, whose ship was assumed to be like crashed, and his dad was assumed to be dead. But no, they're all alive here on this like uncharted planet. And it's revealed that Jacob's dad became the captain of the ship after the original captain died. And as captain, he forced all his crewmates to basically eat toxic food that made them degenerate like mentally, so they're all like children, while Jacob's dad kept all the food to himself, basically. It's a really neat little story. It's kind of like a lost Twilight Zone episode is how I would describe it.
Yeah, I mean, the story is really cool. It just wasted on a bad character.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Also,
right there, we got a little skip.
One side note on the things I see in the chat. People are saying, I want to see nobody survive. That's 80%. Any percent literally has nobody survived, not even Shepard. The only person that survives is Joker. It's literally the worst end possible to the game. So yeah, just watch an 80% run.
Yeah, that's what we do in any percent. Just everybody dies horrifically, and then we go back to Lazarus.
And it's so crazy that the difference between saving everybody and nobody is 5 minutes currently in the runs. A bit more than that, 6 minutes. I mean, it's just very, very small.
111 in the record. It's like 105 something.
Yeah.
It's 103.27 right now. I got
Sorry, like 8 minutes.
Yeah. Which
It's
is
still pretty
nothing. It's nothing to the scale of the game.
Yeah. So here's Jacob's dad. Him and Jacob are going to have a really tense talk, but we're skipping all that because we're going fast. And now we're going to be moving on to Jack's loyalty mission. So before we get to that, if you want to go ahead and read a donation or two, go ahead.
Absolutely. Folks are showing up for this hype train. Morgul Blade donates $5 and says, I'm well hydrated and ready to pay my fare for a seat on the $5 train. All aboard and save the crew. Jesse James donates $25 and says 5 tickets for the $5 train. And I've also got Brighton and Carrera donating $10 and saying 2 tickets to the Save the Normandy crew train, please, because the Normandy crew are the best people and deserve good things. Less than 3. And checking in on that, we've got just over 1,700 left to go. Let's get it, folks.
It's close.
Woo. Let's go. This is Jack's mission. We're just gonna skip the entire start by just going out for a stroll.
So this skip actually works differently from most of the other skips. We're actually going to be making a quick save here and loading it, which is going to clip us through the bottom here, like about 2/3 of the way. Nah, like a little bit less than that. We're pretty far in though after loading the save right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just drop in like right there. And to explain what's going on at Jack's loyalty mission, she grew up in this facility. She was like tested on as a child
This place is supposed to be empty.
because she's like biotically
Fuck, shut
gifted.
that Baron. It's a
And
fresh
she
kill.
just wants to let go of her memories and just drop a giant bomb in here, plant a giant bomb and just destroy everything here. That's Jack. That's how Jack gets things done.
Yeah, and for some reason there's blood pack people here, so we just kill them on the road. You know, they're kind of like mid-flight entertainment. You know.
Yeah.
It's
So-
yeah.
We have to. So for the suicide mission later on, we need a biotic specialist to be loyal, and the only 2 options for that in the game are Jack and Samara. And,
Yeah.
we don't get Samara, so we have to use Jack.
Yep.
Actually, can't Miranda work?
No, it's just
You can
Samara.
pick her, but she'll die.
Pissed off.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
fair
just it's Samara, Jack, and then Morinth. Which spoiler alert, if you let Samara die, then you get Morinth instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, Samara is just a little too slow, unfortunately, and Jack is non-optional. So it's kind of clear it's a clear-cut winner, and also Jack has one of the shorter loyalty missions as well, so it doesn't cost us much time to go over here and do this. And we're heading to the final fight in this mission right now, which, as you can guess, how we're gonna go ahead and resolve this fight really, really fast. I'll let you take a guess.
It starts with N and it ends with E. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called nice. Well, you kill them with nice.
Come out. I know you're here. This is my call. Don't tell me how
But
to
we're
deal
actually
with
not
my
going to do this
past.
interrupt here. Some of the interrupts are slower than just letting the game play out, you know?
If you're done here, okay. Burning this place to the ground is the important part.
Also, introduction right here to glitched cutscenes.
Oh yeah, that's the fun part. So since we skip all non-skippable cutscenes when there's cutscenes that are intertwined with gameplay cutscenes, the way the game manages it is that it keeps sending inputs even when there's the pre-render stuff loading. So it looks like this, and it's fun. So we keep
Yeah,
it
it kind
in
of ruins
because,
the dramatic tension of the scene, but it's funny, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Alright,
that,
so-
that one's good.
Oh, yeah. So there's only going to be one more N7 mission that we do here to trigger the collector ship. If you want to go ahead and read out a donation real fast, go ahead.
Absolutely. We are closing in on less than 1K to go on Save the Normandy crew. Volrod donates $20, saying, I didn't hear a train leaving the station. 4 tickets, please. And Jake Man donates $250, saying, have to donate towards saving my favorite crew of the Normandy.
All right.
Go ahead.
Here we just cane. Again, we just use the nice word, and they die.
Yep. This should have killed them all. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
And now that we have finished 5 missions, the Elusive Man is going to go ahead and contact us, and we're going to go do the Collectorship mission, which has probably one of the scariest skips in the entire run.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
By the way, we are on like 5 staggers, so please don't, use too many more.
Disturbing. Looks like a
Yeah, so
giant insect hive.
at this point in the game, we find out that the Collectors, keep up with the lore right here, the Collectors are actually Protheans, which are the species that we heard about that vanished 50,000 years ago, that we borrowed all their technology from and stuff like that. And horrifically, they've been transformed into these monsters that are just controlled by the Reapers, which are giant, like, space robot Cthulhus that are the big bad of the trilogy, basically. This is just like a giant exposition dump. And now we're going to do some running before we get to that skip. So if you want to go ahead and do, like, 2 or 3 donations while we get there, go ahead.
Yeah.
You got it. Male Shepherd donates $25 and says, we'll donate, okay? Dr. Ellick donates $25 and says, I've been watching for years, but was never able to donate. It's never too late. Save the crew.
You can do one more.
And then one last donation real quick. Selnix donates $500 and says, I had to donate during Mass Effect 2 because the Mass Effect series is one of the second things that my wife and I bonded over. GDQ was the first thing we bonded over. Being able to experience both at the same time is a dream come true. By the way, save the save the crew.
Yeah, save the crew.
Save the crew.
All right. So we are now at what is one of the scariest scariest skips in the game, I would say. It's very easy to die here because the depth trigger we're going to be using is so giant. So there's a giant auto scroller here we normally have to do. But if you go over here and fall off at this angle, there we go. Nice. We didn't die. Okay.
Nice.
We can just go out of bounds right here, and then we're going to go ahead and drop down one more time. And I'm going to try a little bit of a fancy strat here. So hang with me there a little bit.
Good luck on the fancy strat. Looks like you got it. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, and I got that too. Nice.
Yeah, very, very nice. That is super cool.
Yeah, that is a pretty tough strat where you shoot the cane at the boss while you're falling out of bounds. A little bit faster than the normal strat. And now we're just waiting for Edie to open this door for us. We used to do that boss with the Maddock because we didn't know about the autosave bug quite yet, but now that we can just use the cane wherever we want once per mission, it opens up a lot of possibilities, thankfully. Makes that boss just a lot less annoying.
Let me jump in real quick just to say that Save the Normandy crew has been met.
Great.
Let's go.
Nice.
Very nice,
chat.
guys. Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Which
Just
means
some
that
time.
we do one more loyalty mission, which is going to be super cool.
Yes, sir. Ooh, okay, yeah, the husks here can be a little bit scary in that they just like the body block you and stuff.
Yeah.
I have also determined the approximate
All right,
location
so
of the collector home
now
base.
that we have
Based on
gone to the
navigational
collector
data
ship,
from
we
the
went
vessel.
ahead and found out we're going to need what is called a Reaper IFF to get the collector base, and that's going to be like the last main like story beat before we initiate the suicide mission.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and get another donation or two done while we're heading over, go ahead.
Absolutely. Let's see. BT Savage donates $100 and says, who are we saving? Why are we saving them? I'm not sure. All I know is that we must meet this incentive. Let's go! And Calliope Lunamore donates $28 and says, "This year, I'm thankful for SGDQ, for people getting access to medicine, and for the community that brings us all together for fun and making the world better. This year, everything has been getting better, and SGDQ is part of it. Glad we aren't leaving anyone behind. Now save the crew."
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
watch very
guys.
carefully here, chat. This is going to be a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
funny cutscene.
Yeah, if you thought the glitch cutscenes before were funny.
Yeah, Joker
out
is
Joker
going
here.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Joker is transcending into another dimension here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We know where the science team
So
is.
I should mention right now, the speedrun mod allows us to skip the cutscenes, and not only that, it automatically skips them for us because it doesn't really save any time to do
What
so.
just happened?
Yeah.
And it allows us to just sit back and enjoy this glory right here. Check this out.
Oh yes.
Eye of the
Awesome.
Hurricane, huh? The fact that it just ends on that line is just incredible. Oh man.
Also, it's you could do a quick save, quick load on that door to skip the Joker thing, but it's literally it doesn't save any time. It's just funny. You can just ignore the Joker. Just Joker is like, okay, I guess you don't talk to me.
Did the Geth do all
Yeah,
this?
so here in Reaper IFF, we talked about this in our rehearsal run. I think we all agree this is like one of the most annoying missions in the game.
Oh, yeah,
Main reason for it is
100%.
because there's 2 more node puzzles that we have to do on this mission. And unlike the ones before, we have like a little bit of a timer on us because while you're doing the puzzles, the enemies are like moving around your AI. Like the game is basically playing. So we have to do these puzzles before. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to do these puzzles before like the enemies come over and just like harass us.
And the problem is the second puzzle that has 2 scions, which is enemies that we've seen once in Collector Ship. You would have seen them in Horizon normally, but now we skip them. And they can knock you down, and they can kill you, and they're really hard to kill, and they're probably one of the most annoying enemies in the game. For
Yeah.
me, they're the most annoying enemy in the game.
I
Literally.
actually agree. They're up there as like one of the most annoying enemies. That's them right there. These big dudes
Yeah.
with the cannons sticking out of them. They're terrible. They're even on casual. They are extremely tanky. Like most other enemies, you can kill with like a couple shots of your Madhawk. The Scions require like literally like 2 clips from your Madhawk to kill them. It's really obnoxious.
Science in Insanity are one of the most terrifying things you can actually do. Like Reaper IFF in Insanity takes like 2 hours just because of the science. It's crazy.
But yeah, because they can hit you through cover, which is a big problem on.
Yeah, and in a cover shooter, we're literally the only enemy that can hit you through cover. So you can imagine the problem that causes.
It was pretty lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
very
was
lucky.
really scary because Miranda died on our way to that door, and that means I had no warp, which means killing that Scion is really tricky. And yeah, as you can see right here, we can use the cane to kill this boss.
that was a
like,
boss, by the
immediately.
way. That
Yeah,
was a boss.
we can kill that boss even though the shutter's closed, and I think that cane shot by far saves the most amount of time in like the entire game out of like any other cane shot.
It-
It's about
otherwise
3
it's
minutes.
It's a like 4-wave boss fight normally, where you have to kill husks forever. It's really annoying.
So right here, we're gonna go ahead and grab 2 more loyalty missions that we're gonna do: Tali and then Morden. Morden is there to help us save the Normandy crew. Like he has a very, very cool loyalty mission that involves a giant skip. So before we get started with
Morden is
these,
awesome.
if you guys want to knock out another donation or 2, go ahead.
My pleasure. Morgan donates $150 and says, "Taking a break
Commander,
from
you received a
replaying
new
this
message
game to
from
watch the
Private
run. Hopefully you'll do better than me and save the crew." Z donates $250 and says, Isn't this a marathon for Doctors Without Borders? We have to save the greatest doctor ever, Dr. Chakwas."
Agreed.
Um,
So
more glitch
yeah,
cutscenes.
more glitch cutscenes, and during the glitch cutscenes, I just wanted to talk about one thing that we've kind of overlooked: space travel. Space movement in this game, in this run, is super important. Basically, the angle at which your ship, your ship is on the nebula will determine the angle you enter the systems, which means that you can like save or lose like up to 10 seconds if you enter the systems incorrectly. So Mike is pretty good at it now. I was always terrible at it. Tenty was a god, like Tentacle Pie, one of the oldest runners, was the
right
god
here,
of this.
Sorry to interrupt. We're about to
No
have.
problem.
Oh, I actually messed up right here. I was gonna do a giant skip. I messed up. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Here, I can
was
show it to
talking.
you guys after this, anyways. It's okay.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
supposed to load a
we can
save,
just
but
skip
yeah.
this entire cutscene if you do
Yeah.
quick save, quick load, and
You
I'm
get
sorry.
to see Shepard go up and awkwardly just say nothing to this crew of admirals. So, to explain the loyalty mission that we're doing right now, Tali is being held on trial because they believe that she has committed treason. And we're here to prove her innocence, basically. Yeah, Tali is going to be our tech specialist on the suicide mission. So so as you can see, it's a pretty big time loss for me to not load that save.
Yeah.
But here, I just want to show you guys a quick thing with that strat, because it is kind of funny. If I load the save right here, then
Yeah,
I can
you're in
skip
combat.
all of that. And the game doesn't load the NPCs correctly, so if we go back here, you can see that like all the NPCs are kind of just lined up. The game did not actually position them correctly.
Yeah.
the area isn't even loaded in correctly, but we can still just go ahead and run to the end, basically.
It
that was
is
my
really
bad.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so this loyalty mission might be among the shortest in the game as well, which is part of the reason why we do it. Compared to Kasumi's loyalty mission, which is one of the longest, it's like 10 minutes or something like that. This one's
Well,
probably like 10 minutes.
Kasumi's loyalty mission is literally one of the only missions that is half of it is just, you know, like
Yeah,
talking
like the
to
party
people.
part, yeah, just talking to people and stuff. And here we're gonna do our usual thing. We're just gonna go ahead, hold W, get to the end. There is a pretty important interrupt coming up that I cannot forget to do.
It's you have to do this interrupt, otherwise you're a
Yeah, you
monster
are obligated
and
to
you
do this
run it
interrupt. Your
invalid.
game will break if you do not do this interrupt.
Yeah, just
The game will just turn off and shame you if you don't do it. Gonna give
Yeah.
Tali a much needed hug.
you have to do the hug. It is necessary.
Even if you're playing a renegade character, you have to do this.
Yeah, it's actually in the contract.
Grab Gat for no reason at all. Can't shot her way to glory here. So that's gonna go ahead and end the mission basically. I'm gonna try and do this skip. Here we go.
Nice,
Little minor skip.
very
Let's
nice.
just get on top of the table. Yeah.
Saves
Now we're
like
just gonna
1
run to the
second,
end.
but that's 1 second, you know.
Yeah, 1 second's important, man. Unfortunately, we can't do the same skip we did earlier though with this door because the door initiates the dialogue. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually choose the Paragon option there, just because it's less voice lines. Where we get Tali not exiled. If you choose the Paragon or neutral ones, then like Tali just gets exiled, which she's still loyal to you, but if you go on and play Mass Effect 3, then you might have a bad time.
Yeah.
So right afterwards, we're just gonna go straight back to the Normandy. Okay.
That's a good question, actually. How do all the ships we fire the cane in survive the damage? We're
Yeah,
literally
good
firing
question.
a nuke inside of them. Alright, Morden is an incredible mission with one of the coolest skips that exists.
Yeah, this is part of the incentive that we're meeting right here, by the way. Normally, we would not go do this mission. We would just get those 3 squad mates loyal, Tali, Jacob, and Jack.
Yeah.
And that's enough to go do the suicide mission, but you won't have anybody to escort the crew back, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and do Morden's loyalty mission, because Morden's going to be very, very useful for us towards the end of the game. And also, yeah, this skip is just really, really cool, so I just wanted to show it to you guys. So we don't even need to bring him along here to initiate it. And we're going to go to Tachanka, which is the Krogan homeworld. Morden's loyalty mission is that one of his ex-students, I think, is like rumored to be like held prisoner here, like doing experiments for the Krogans to help cure the genophage, which is just like a sterility plague that affects them. And we're here to save his student, basically.
Watch your back.
But of course, there's going to be some twists. So the beginning of this mission right here starts out the same, kind of just normal, charging from enemy to enemy. But as you're gonna see, things are gonna get pretty funky in like a minute or so here.
Yeah, very funky. Very, very funky indeed.
Yeah. Kill these enemies.
Quicksands are terrible.
Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna start the out of bounds over here.
Yep.
I'm hoping I don't mess anything up. This out of bounds can be pretty tricky, but it's also been optimized since we found it. So I'm gonna swap the pistol. Go. That's one. All right.
And
so now we're
two,
completely
and
out of
you're good.
bounds. We're going into this building, and we're just gonna be walking in the void for a little bit.
So, just for an indication, this entire skip saves around 2 minutes of just combat. It is a lot of combat normal in this section. So
I want to say this is like actually one of the tougher loyalty missions, in that there's so much combat, especially.
Oh yeah. And
This
especially
allows us to
since
bypass all
it's
of it.
all Krogans, and which means that they all charge you, and that's really bad. Like, honestly, Krogans in Insanity are also very terrifying.
Yeah. And right here, after going through that void right there, I'm gonna hit a very specific trigger right here. That's gonna cause this next area to load down here. A couple more melee abuses. So the area we need to go to is gonna be right about here. This is the end of the mission already.
Yep.
Woo, that was it. And
Unacceptable experiments.
we find out that
Unacceptable
Malin was
goals.
actually there willingly
Change.
conducting really bad
No choice.
experiments. And we can save him, but we're not going to because it's kind of slow. And
Yeah, who cares
you get to see
about
this funny
saving?
ragdoll right here. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a funny one.
All right, and now we're just gonna head back to the Normandy. So now that we have gotten all our the required squad mates we need loyal, we're gonna go head back and initiate the suicide mission. We basically have everything we need.
Yeah.
So, if you want to go ahead and do a couple donos here. There's a lot of downtime here.
Absolutely. Excessum donates $100 and says GDQ is life. Mass Effect 2 is easily my top 5 favorite games ever. Pretty funny to watch it in speedrun mode. Solus Vulpus donates $50 and says, what does a space commander, a kid with a mask, and a goose have in common? I'll be honest, I don't know, but they definitely are 3 of my favorite games. And Brian Otto donates $10 and says, yo, Mike, I've been looking forward to this run for months now. Like a lot of other folks, Mass Effect is a series that means a lot to me, and in my opinion, ME2 is the pinnacle of the series. Best of luck shredding through this. I can't wait to learn it and join you.
From the IFF?
Yeah, you guys, I forgot to point it out, but that has like to be one of the scariest glitch cutscenes right there.
Oh yeah.
Joker stares
Joker
into
truly
the abyss.
ascends.
Yeah, he ascends to.
Okay,
like God,
I have a
mode.
really weird question, Mike. Why did you
Yeah.
dock an Omega instead of Omega for Relay?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
did
confused
I?
too.
Oh. Oh, wait. No, I think this is a bug we actually ran into yesterday, I think. Oh, I might have made a
funny.
mistake, though.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like,
It doesn't
so
matter too
we're
much.
gonna-
I was just
Yeah, it literally doesn't matter. I just got
So,
confused right
wait,
there. I
guys,
wasn't paying attention.
we have Jokerscape here. Jokerscape
Yeah.
is really important. Alright, so as you can see, this is very technical. As you can see, Joker is moving really fast, and he has to make this beeline. He has to go, yes, right of this, okay? He's keeping right. If he goes too much to the right, he's dead. And perfect, incredible. That saves 0.8 seconds, and that is necessary.
Yeah.
Also, be
something
ready
you're
for
gonna
some
see-
fun glitches.
Yeah, something you're gonna see is that with the speedrun mod, like removing some of the cutscenes, some of the models here get a little bit funky, including up here. You're gonna see Kelly just vibing for a little bit, and a very funny ragdoll as well.
Yeah, and you'll have to check out at the back of the core, you will see Legion imposing his domination by A-posing.
There she
It
is. There's
looks
the
beautiful.
ragdoll. Look at Kelly there. In bed with the enemy.
Kelly is in bed with the enemy. She just loves the aliens too much.
Infusion plant offline. Activating emergency.
And here, look in the back of the
Yeah.
core.
Check it out. That's the only time you're gonna see Legion in the run. Give it up for Legion, everyone.
And that is literally why we do not sell him. It's just to see this.
So this final area, we have the actual biggest strat for the Joker section that saves the most time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So there's some lights on the ground here. What happens if you go up there is you get halfway up the stairs and there's some collectors there and you're supposed to wait for them to go past. Or you get caught. But if you just go up the other stairs that are not marked with lights, you can just run straight up and hit the button.
Yeah, and that's the end of the Joker segment. I think this is the only time in the ME games where you play as another character for like a brief moment. I think.
Kinda,
I don't think an ME1 doesn't have it. ME3 I don't think has it. Yeah.
No. The only game that has it is Mass Effect Infiltrator, actually.
I really count that.
No other life forms on board.
Oh yeah, and not following the lights here is going to make Joker the galaxy's best ventriloquist. So just keep your eyes out. Coming up. Oh, he's taking a nap real fast. All right. There it is.
Send a message
beautiful.
to Shepard Shuttle.
How does he do it?
Tell her what happened.
How is this man so
Message
talented?
away. Are you feeling well, Jack?
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right, so I got to remember not to board an Omega. I actually made that mistake
But thanks for
in
asking.
a practice run last night. I don't know
You
why. I
landed
keep
on
doing it.
Omega.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like my brain just turns off, I guess, because Joker.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and initiate the suicide mission now after I leave Omega. If you want to go ahead, get some donos read out. We're gonna have a lot of time coming up though.
Yeah.
Shepard, the Geth
You
is
got it.
functional but offline. Stored near my
Reverend Gumby donates $50 and says, Goose Glitch Exhibition? Yes, please.
Please confirm destination.
Miso
Shepard.
Soup
The
7
collector-
donates $25 and says, let's get the Goose Glitch Exhibition funded.
Everyone stand by.
And, let's see, looking in on that, we are sitting just under 7,000 out of 20. So we've got a little more than 13K to go if you folks want a lot more honk and a lot more glitches.
Too close.
Yeah, you can get one more done.
Fantastic. Masterquake donates $25 and says, gotta donate towards leaving no one behind in Mass Effect 2 because we can't let the Reapers win. Also, honk, we need those glitches.
We have company.
Yeah, so by initiating the suicide mission, we like get this really long segment right here that we can't skip, where the game is basically performing checks to see if we have those ship upgrades we were talking about earlier. There's 3 of them, and for each one you don't have, you get to see one of your squad mates die horrifically, basically.
Yeah. Just here,
And here,
on the
we're
Oculus.
gonna have a brief fight.
Yeah.
Well,
He's gonna burst the Oculus so fast that he's gonna skip the second phase and go directly to the last phase of the fight, which is super cool.
yeah, so we have to do this little boss here, but we don't actually have to kill him, like Strife said. We just need to do enough damage that he just flies away. There we go. We're gonna pull out our cane for, I think you guys know why I'm pulling out the cane preemptively
Our
here.
kinetic barriers are not designed to survive impact.
Gonna do another check right here to see if we have this upgrade. Yep.
Yeah.
So a fun thing to note is that for having all 3D upgrades actually saves 20 seconds on this part. You lose about 20 seconds watching your squad mates die. Still, it is not faster to get them though for the any percent run, of course. Faster to just watch everybody die.
Damage report.
Kinetic barriers steady at 30%. No significant.
But it is a little benefit we get for this category.
The helm, Edie, keep it slow.
And
We can avoid any
whilst like I think the Jacob upgrade, if you don't get it, like Jack is guaranteed to die. The other 2, there's like a long list of characters who can like die depending on like who you have. It's kind of in depth actually, and so is the suicide mission coming up as well. Like there's a lot of math behind like determining who lives and dies during the suicide mission, but it's kind of easy to like
I imagine it'll stay
bypass
dead
it.
this time.
Oh yeah, ventriloquist Miranda right here.
Yeah, not bad.
There it is. The collector base.
And before we go ahead and actually start the suicide mission, if you want to get another donation or 2 read out, go ahead.
Fire the main gun.
Absolutely. Jess donates $50 and says, it feels like this year's SGDQ lineup was made for me. So many of my favorite games, and Mass Effect 2 is one of my favoritist. I mean, I have a cat named Tally. So excited to see that The team will make it out intact. Now let's save the crew. Good luck. Falcon donates $25 and says, GDQ is always such a wonderful time. Thank you to all of the runners, volunteers, and staff that make it possible. Also, honk! I want to see that Untitled Goose Game glitch exhibition later tonight.
Joker, you need to get the ship back
And
online.
Goosifer donates $50 and says, here's $50 towards the Untitled Goose Game glitch exhibition. Honk? Are we still doing that?
Honk indeed.
So here we have the preparation for the suicide mission, the climactic mission of the game. So what we're gonna have to do here is we're gonna have to assign our squad mates to specific posts
This isn't how we
to
planned
do
this
their
mission,
exact
but this is where
assignments.
we're
And
at.
we know what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna have Tali, our tech specialist, do the vent. And we're gonna have Jacob here lead the second squad. And there's a couple of squad mates you can have to do each of those tasks. And here's something else I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead, go into my options, and I'm gonna turn autosave back on for later. There is an autosave I'm going to have to load later that will save quite a bit of time. And as you can see, we have Tali right here infiltrating through the vent. There's 3 characters you can have to do the vent. It's Tali, Kasumi, and Legion. But of course, as we explained earlier, Tali is by far like the fastest option of the 3, so we get her to do it. And Jacob is the fastest one to do the leadership role. That can be Miranda or Garrus as well, assuming they're loyal. But Jacob has the fastest loyalty mission, so we have him do that basically.
There, over
And
by
then
the
we're gonna have
ventilation
Jack
shaft. That
for
valve should open the gate.
a segment coming up in just a little bit here. So as you can see, we're just kind of just running past everything. Letters, if you want to explain the other
Yeah.
strat that the QA tester gave us.
Yes, this is so I mentioned that a QA tester gave us a strat back on the Garrus mission. He also gave us a strat here where you're supposed to basically have to open these 8 different vents to get your whoever your tech specialist is through this vent. But you only actually need to click on the last one, as long as you get to it fast enough. Clicking the other ones will, reset the timer you have until the person in there dies, but you can get there well fast enough. As you can see, we have about 20 seconds here.
Yeah,
when we're gonna
with the
hit
charge,
this.
I should say the charge is so busted for this part.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
this is where your guys' money is going to, by the way. We're gonna go ahead and get Tali to escort the crew back. Woo, they're saved. You can't
They're
see it,
saved.
but yeah.
GG.
Tali is loyal, which means she's going to be able to escort them back safely and also
All
not
right.
die. And now we're moving on to the largest auto-scroller in the game, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Bubble. So Bubble, a few things to know about Bubble. You cannot trigger too fast the action of having your bubble moving, because if you do, you can soft lock the game. And every wave is very set. We all know where there's going to spawn, and we have a very optimized strat to go through it. So, it's just about following the strat pretty much.
Yeah.
We're going to kill Harbinger here a little bit before he lands. We're just going to leave him at low health. We can just do that and then, without killing him too early. Because if you kill Harbinger a little too early, he can actually
Another
possess
spawns.
another collector. So yeah, it's more optimal to just leave him at 1 HP, and then we just do this over here. And he's dead. Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander.
Yeah.
So yeah, this part is an auto-scroller, so we just need to kill these waves as fast as possible. These first two parts are actually, we can do them before our bubble holder gets there. I'm gonna go ahead and use the cane over here, by the way, for this upcoming wave. There's gonna be some husks that spawn here. Here you are going to see one of the only places in the run that shockwave is useful. It is my ability that I have bound to 7. It's puts these pulses on the ground that knocks out enemies and stuff. This is literally one of the only places in the game where it's really, really useful. Go ahead and get rid of some of these enemies before they even get up. Here we go, strike.
Excellent.
We're gonna have one more coming up right here.
Honestly, the one problem with Shockwave is that it's really useful for the enemies to kill you out of cover, which is the power that the Scions use. But since the enemies do not choose cover, it's not really useful against them. Well, they don't choose cover that much, I should say. Oh,
as you can see-
to get the weird animation bug from Jack. Oh no, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
Miranda,
yeah, as you can see, the cane is best used there with all these collectors, so we can just kill them all really fast. the game is actually going to give us a, even though we don't have our autosaves, we have autosaves turned on now. The game is going to give us a free reload for the final part of the game, which is the final auto scroller. A little bit shorter than this one, I think. Much harder though. And right here, this is like one of the only parts of the segment right here where you could actually lose time on this part, I want to say.
Yeah,
is with
totally.
this fight right here.
Yeah, the Cyan can be really a pain.
Hold this position until you're ready to move out.
This is kind of where the auto scroller ends, right? As soon as you can finish, the faster you can finish this.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
point,
the better,
you've gone to
basically.
the end, essentially.
Yeah, there is going to be a
Wolf
setup
and
we do after this fight, which I'm hopefully going to be able to get. That'll allow me to basically skip to the end here using Reeve. So Reeve, which is our bonus power, you're allowed to choose one on any character you have that you get from loyalty missions. You get it while you're making your character. Reeve does a lot of damage to both barriers, armor, shields, all that. But also, when an enemy doesn't have any of those, it absorbs their HP and gives it to you, and basically makes you invincible for a little bit. So what we found we can do here, and you're about to see it in just a moment, if we leave this bubble, we'll take some damage. But how we're going to bypass that to get to the final trigger is around right here. I'm going to leave. Even though I'm taking damage, I'm going to go ahead and Reeve this husk, and he's going to give his HP to me while I run to the end and don't die. Should be good.
Yeah,
There
it
we
should
are.
be good. Nice. Well done.
So now we have the final part of the game, which is the final auto scroller. We're going to go ahead and actually take Morden and Jack. Ordinarily, for the No One Left Behind category, we would take Tali and Jack because they're the only two that are loyal that we can take with us. We need to leave Jacob behind to help out our other squad mates. But having Morden here makes this part a lot easier because Incinerate is just god tier.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just kill these enemies as fast as possible right here. So Jack's pull is a little bit nice here for immobilizing these enemies. It's like the only useful ability she has, really. It's kind of funny. Jack, who's shown to be so powerful when you recruit her, is actually like one of the weaker squad mates.
Yeah, the problem is Shockwave isn't that powerful, and that's her second power, so
Okay, she has Shockwave, Hull, and Warp Ammo.
yeah.
None of which are like...
Warp ammo is okay, but
Yeah.
it's just okay. It's not great.
I'm gonna go ahead and charge here. So an unknown side effect, or I should say side effect of the charge, is that it allows us to get a shield right after we finish the charge, which helps me not die there. That part's a little bit scary at this level.
I mean,
And right here, we're
it's,
gonna use
it's part of the
Shockwave.
description of charge, yeah.
Yeah.
It just gives you
We're
back
gonna use a shockwave to
50%
hopefully kill
shield.
these three. Nice. And we're gonna kill these two scions. These two scions can be really annoying.
Yeah.
Please die, sir.
I actually, like, on my last Insanity playthrough, I died like 7 times on these two Scions because there's literally nowhere you can run. It's like terrible.
One big problem on that whole section on a higher difficulty is how little ammo drops.
Yeah, it's
something they
terrible.
remedied in a Legendary Edition, actually. They make the ammo to just give you, like, you just get so much more ammo from ammo drops.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So I should tell you guys, we are getting close to time. It's going to be in about a minute or so here.
Yeah.
Let you guys know. It's going to be when we kill this boss, which is the Human Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't at all look like a T-800 from a certain movie. So
here
this
we're
boss
gonna
fight is going to be in
one-cycle
2
the tubes.
phases, basically. We need to shoot these 4 tubes for the first phase, and in the second phase, we actually fight him. So we're going to be hoping right here to use our tack menu to get all these tubes down at once, basically, so we can one-cycle this boss.
Basically, as soon as you destroy 2, it starts to close them off because it's supposed to be a 2-phase
Yeah.
fight, but you can get all 4 of them.
Shoot the damn tube.
Okay, Jack. Sure thing. Oh, no, I don't know how. I think Morden missed or something like that. That's
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, this part can be a little bit buggy with the tack menu, unfortunately. That's why we don't use it that often. I actually need to save ammo here. Please, Harbinger, please, sir. I beg you, don't do anything. Okay. Yeah, that's something else the enemies like to do sometimes, that they just like to hide.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Now we have the final phase, where we're going to be using Arcane to hopefully one-cycle the boss. So get ready on time here. So one thing I'm going to do first is I'm going to use this autosave, and I'm going to load it, which is going to actually make him take more damage for some reason, and also give me a full refill on my AR. And time is going to be coming up very, very shortly. Get ready on it. You see he barely has any health left. Come on. And time.
Time. GG.
Nice.
Very good run. Very good
Yeah,
run.
let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, you guys are going to see just that we got everybody, and that the elusive man is really annoyed with us. Yay. There we go. And if we get this screen, that means we saved everybody. Yes, you can see everybody working on the ship. Woo, we got it.
GG.
Yeah.
GG, guys.
GG.
It'll normally show a coffin there if anyone died.
Yeah.
That'll be the first thing you
Yeah.
see.
Hope you guys enjoyed the run. Do some quick shout outs. Jade, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us, she is the one who developed a lot of mods for the game, including the speedrun mod. Found a ton of skips. This run would be nowhere like near where it is without her. My buddy Zirian, who's been helping us lab this game extensively recently, helped us save a ton of time. And anybody else who I'm not missing from the ME2 community, as well as my couch. You guys want to say anything?
Just if you're interested in running this, we will have a tutorial soon, an updated tutorial soon. You can find our Discord link on the speedrun.com page. It's the Discord for the entire BioWare speedrunning community. So there's all the Mass Effect games, there's all the Dragon Age games, there's even weirder games like Jade Empire, stuff like that. So come join us. It's comfy, it's cool, it's a very nice community.
Yeah, like Strife said, if you're interested in learning the run, I have a bit of a guide out right now, but I'm going to edit it to be more comprehensive. That explains all the tech in the game. The game is really easy to pick up. I actually think setting up the game is more annoying than anything you actually have to learn in the game. Because EA. Yeah, and it's a really fun run. Again, if you're interested, go to speedrun.com/ I think it's ME2 is the URL.
Yes,
we have a Discord there for
ME2,
BioWare.
yes.
Yeah, all the resources are up there. A ton of things to help you pick up the run. Really fun, a lot of fun. Really easy to practice. So yeah.
Yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed again.
And now I go sleep because it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, old Strife here is in France. So yeah, good night, sir.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah. Thank you, GQ, for having us.
Well, my jaw is on the floor. I love the Mass Effect series, and I loved that run. Looking at some donations real quick. Dr. Dake donates $1,000 with the comment, "Did someone say more honk?" And looking in on that, the glitch exhibition right now is sitting at just under halfway there. We're at $9,700 out of 20K. I know chat can do it. You've been crushing these incentives all night long. And before we go and get a quick message from our sponsors, I do want to leave you with one final Mass Effect donation. Herodotus donates $250. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology, because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Save the crew. And with that, let's grab a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi everyone, Mahanaji here, joining you from Yemen. I just want to say thank you for everyone who's making a difference by participating in Summer Games Done Quick. My work as admin with Doctors Without Borders wouldn't be possible without your support. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for helping us deliver life-saving care to millions of people around the world. Thank you.
Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 Online, powered by Twitch. You know, all night I've been sitting here, and I need to let you guys know, since you can't see me, that I've got on this fantastic, amazingly comfy SGDQ virtual attendee shirt. And you know who I got that from? Why, it's one of our sponsors, the Yeti. They are the official merch supporter of Games Done Quick events since 2011. They have given over $1.75 million donated to GDQ charities. All of the profits from the SGDQ 2021 collection go to Doctors Without Borders. The collection is available until July 11th at midnight. Get your order in before it's gone at theyeti.com. That's THEYETEE.com. Going back to some of our donations, Phoenix Gray 6607 donates $20 and says, 4 tickets on the hype train, please. Thank you to all the GDQ staff behind the scenes for making this train run. Why, thank you. Ryan donates $250 and says thank you to all the runners and everyone working behind the scenes for putting this excellent event together. I've been watching for years, and now I'm joined by my 5-month-old son who loves the fast-moving, high-contrast imagery. Good luck to all the runners. And with that, I hear that we're ready for our daily recap, so let's hand it on over. Take it away, folks.
Thanks so much, Nerdy Excursions. Welcome, everybody, to yet another daily recap. Today, I am joined by our very own Spike Vegeta.
It's me.
Right here, and Kizaron as well.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're just going to take some time to talk about these clips that we picked out and put in a random order, and we hope that you really like them.
Random order, what are you talking about? We thought about this for at least almost 5 minutes. Definitely order them the exact correct order. Yeah, these were 10 of our favorite clips from the day.
Yeah, the favorite clips of the day. A lot of consideration put into what order these are all going in, but don't take it too seriously. But yeah, there was a ton going on today, ton of great runs. So we definitely want to get into those. So we're going to get started with number 10. Spike, take it away.
Yeah, kicking it off here at number 10. This was almost in some ways the most mundane clip that we're going to show you in this group. Coral Rimpa, Marble Mania, most mundane just in the fact that I took this from any part of the run. This is just one random level we're showing you right here. But yeah, every bit of this game is controlled with the gyroscope. This was an incredible run to watch, but a lot of you probably missed it because it was like 4 a.m. Everything he moved around, there were really no like button presses or anything. That controls the world around this marble as you get to the exit. It's like a 20, 30-minute run. Go check it out. That is definitely one of the GDQ mods that I highly recommend. Kick it off to Keys.
Yeah, coming in at number 9, we have Ghost Runner, which if you haven't watched the run, you absolutely should. Fantastic run, fantastic couch, fantastic commentary, just fantastic everything. But in this clip that we're about to show, you ever just get sick and tired of fighting bosses and losing? Because really, sometimes it's just as simple as turning around and leaving. That's literally the clip. Is you see the boss, It's like, I could fight or I could leave. So you literally just turn around and leave and the level's done. It's fantastic.
That's amazing. So I have coming in at number 8, GeoGuessr. So this was an amazing run, very unique speed run. The clips really don't do it justice. You have to go back and watch this one. But what's cool about this is he landed in this random town and he was like, oh, this is a suburb of Abuja. Like he knew not only the country, he knew the exact town. However, he was still really bummed because I guess it's a really big town and it's hard to figure out where you are. But still, I mean, this guy has played. See, there he goes on the map. He's like, oh, we're right here. Abuja, here we go. So yeah, I mean, he knows his stuff for sure. And it's a great run to watch.
Yeah,
Now,
definitely
what
glad
does Watermelon
that we
have to
took
say about
that.
the next clip?
Oh, yeah. What is the watermelon thing? I don't know. Why can't be? How about you fill in the watermelons? Feel a little nervous.
Yeah, so this is, of course, Earthworm Jim, one of my favorites. And if you watch here, he's going to use this gate to actually push himself up through the floor, kind of do a damage boost through there. But even the movement in this clip is really impressive. If you've ever played this game, you know Earthworm Jim does not like to grab these ledges. He does not like to jump. Like, he pretty much would just like to be at the bottom level at the whole time, which is where I was when I played this game. But yeah, some really impressive movement and a really cool trick thrown in there as well.
Awesome stuff right there. Another great run in the early morning block. We're now going to shoot to one of the more recent runs. We got Crash 4 right here. And just like the boss rush we saw in Ghost Runner earlier, we have another boss rush where we don't want to fight the sucker. We're rushing right past him. Right here, trying to trick the game into thinking that we are dead. We are not dead. We are, in fact, running forward off of the hoverboard right there. And in just a second, the clip's going to catch up to him. And all of a sudden, the camera's going to go up there. It's going to do something at some point. I think it catches up. There it is. That's right. He's still out of bounds. The game's all confusing. You've gone past the trigger for it. And instead of having to fight this long, frustrating, boring boss that is Louie, you're just running to the exit point. This was one of many awesome out of bounds and just cool tricks in the Crash 4 run on top of tons of cool movement. Great stuff there.
And it's really awesome to see that because that's a trick that everyone in the community has wanted to solve forever. Just to see it live at a GDQ, fantastic stuff. Moving on to the next clip, we're going to go to the run that just finished, actually, Mass Effect 2. Now, MikeWave was telling me about this. If you wiggle around a lot, you can get out of bounds in this game. If you melee with the pistol, you can get some momentum going. Why go through 30 minutes of really difficult shooting and fighting when you can just, pretend like this is Tony Hawk and just grind the rails until you get to where you need to go. Femshep is literally just running through everything. There's supposed to be monsters here. He's about to drop. There's supposed to be a really big fight here, but who needs to do that? Who needs to fight anything? We're doing a really good job of not fighting things.
Right. I'm loving the theme of this. Just we see a boss. We are running the complete opposite direction, running around doing whatever we have to do. Going into our number 4 clip right here. We have got another one it was an amazing early morning block day. We got Coca-Cola Kid. If you've never heard of this, no one except for these two runners have ever heard about this game. Pretty sure it came free in a McDonald's bag for the Game Gear and for the kids meal right there, the Happy Meal. But look at this amazing speed game. All of the dashes, you want to be dashing constantly, which is good because it makes this run under 12 minutes, meaning Game Gear batteries can actually last long enough to get through the entirety of the run. Great job here by Sheriff and Grubmeister. This was a super hype race to watch. Make sure to go check out another great VOD. And then right around the same time, again in the early morning slot, going to the number 3 clip, we got Mischief Makers. Do not blink or you will miss this one. Amazing hand cam stuff right here by Joey Baby 69. He's about to make this one real nice. Get on this boinger and go whoop. Whoop, 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 and slow down, too fast, and already done with the level. Oh, it's like 6 seconds in and out. Let's just watch it again. It was so fast, we got to watch it again. So is able to maintain just enough height to hover into place. Get on this little boinger right here. That's right, Cannon. It's called a boinger. I don't know. I'm making it up right here. And now shooting all the way to the end of the level, maintaining tons of momentum. That was sick. That was nice. Thank you, Joey Baby. Let's send it off to number 2, YKB.
I mean, it should be called a boinger, even if it's not. So the cool thing about this is he just starts flying. And if you notice, he actually doesn't have Clank on his back. at all. Like Clank is just gone. So he's just flying by himself. And then, oh, there he comes. All right, now Clank's in the picture, helping him out. But if that's not enough to fly through the whole level, now he has to use one of the tools in his backpack, which they use throughout the entire run. It's like this claw in a box. And basically, he's using it here to push himself out of bounds. So he drops it down, pushes him sideways through the wall, and now he's doing an out of bounds section. So this was very common throughout this entire run for him to be spending about as much time out of bounds as inbound. And it's always very cool to see, like, because it's so challenging to walk some of those ledges when you can't even see the ground underneath you.
Ratchet Clank games are such good speed runs just across the board. We got room for one more right here. Number one, Keys, let's bring it back to Ghost Runner.
I got to cheat a little bit here. We've been trying to list different games, but Ghost Runner was just that good that I had to talk about it twice. This clip is pretty much, I'm going to let it replay again. Like I didn't have enough time to even start talking, but this clip basically summarizes the entirety of the run in one bite-sized nugget piece, and it's fantastic. You see DSJs, also known as dash/jumps, which is a mechanic that you do your attack and jump at the same time for very lengthy, far jumps. You see a wall run, which once this repeats and we get to it, I'll point it out. But you just see a bunch of execution here. And like I said before, the commentary is also really great. You can't hear it right now, but if you want something that's wholesome, this is the run to check out. But right here, we're actually still in bounds. It looks like we're going completely unintentionally out of bounds. This is all in bounds. He is running on the wall in a very specific way. This skips about half of the level. And that's just the epitome of the Ghost Runner run. I'll try to say that 5 times fast. Ghost Runner run.
That is crazy. I feel like we could have had twice as many clips for today because there was just that much good stuff, including Golden Sun, which totally gets an honorable mention. Basically, that run, if you have a free 6 hours, go check that out. It's very impressive. But as impressive as today was, tomorrow we have a lot to look forward to. So I'm going to throw it over to my man Keys. Let us know what you're looking forward to.
Well, I could cheat and say 3D Blast, or I can cheat and say Pokemon because I'm going to commentate for those. But what you guys should check out is Doom Eternal. Twice, no less. Doom Eternal back-to-back. You see both DLCs. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic run by a fantastic runner in Blood Thunder. It's going to be great.
Excellent. Twice the Doom, twice the fun. Spike Vegeta, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got a lot of silly, awful, weirdo games tonight that y'all can stay up for. I'm going to pick y'all out one at 6 a.m. Racing Pitch. All you need to know, he's going to control a car with his voice, making just noises to kind of sound like a car. We were blown away in the interview crew when we were looking at this one. Y'all should just wake up, put some Folgers in your cup, and check out Racing Pitch. It'll be great.
I snapped up that interview right away, so they were really fun to talk to. Watermelon, anything you're looking forward to? No? Okay, we'll come back to Watermelon maybe. For me personally, it's Fight Crab and I Am Fish combo pack of like the animal-based games. They both are really silly, really fun. Kind of middle of the night, but totally worth staying up for. So make sure to check out those and all the other great runs we have coming up tomorrow. Any final words, Keys or Spike?
I'm sad about the watermelon. I was so excited to have you on board. I don't think this is working out. I'm sorry.
No, too much stage fright. It's not as talkative as we were expecting. So we're going to have to revisit this, after we're done here today. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you all for watching Summer Games Done Quick 2021. And enjoy another day of fantastic runs. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Kizaron, Yellow Killer Bee, and Spike Vegeta for another fantastic recap. Folks, it has been my absolute pleasure to host for you for these past few games. I leave you. This is just my first shift. I'll be back late at night for Fire Emblem on Friday. Folks, you are a pleasure to host for. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and I bid you welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2021, powered by Twitch. Super Moose here on your Wednesday night on the mic for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.